Good morning, everybody. My name is Mark, and I'm gonna be your host for this game. Next up, we got BioShock, played by Smurfy, and he's doing the 90% run. Let's just hop straight into it. There you go, Smurfy. Floor is yours.
All right, hello everyone. So let's just, since it's a marathon, let's watch the opening cutscene, shall we? Easy. Let's go. So yeah, this is BioShock. This is a game that I promised I would play at BSG like 5 years ago, and we're finally doing it. So it's gonna be a good time. Yeah. So I guess I'll take this time that we're watching a nice, lovely cutscene to. Oh, by the way, the timer starts when you gain control of the character, not on new game. So
great things.
Sorry, I should have mentioned that. If it's already started, whatever. We'll move on. But this cutscene's like 40 seconds or something. But yeah, I guess I'll start by just sort of explaining the game itself, because we skip all the plot. So basically, there's this guy, Andrew Ryan. He didn't really like the politics of the world, and so he decided to go off on his own and build a city at the bottom of the ocean, which you might think is weird, and it is. But yeah, everything was going pretty well. So yeah, time's gonna start when we reach the surface. The plane we were on crashed, and yeah, it's a whole thing. We're underwater right now. But yeah, built this utopia under the sea called Rapture. It's a great city, but fell into ruin because they found this substance called Adam that allows you to rearrange your genetics. All right, so time starts now. Go. And at the beginning, we just go right through this fire because you don't actually have health yet. You're just invulnerable. They don't expect you to get hurt. But yeah, so they found this substance called Adam that allows you to change up your genetics, change your appearance, and also give you like superpowers called plasmids. And we're going to be using those plasmids throughout the run. Because obviously superpowers are cool. But yeah, it caused everybody to kind of go crazy. The city went into ruin. People sort of lost their minds, and they stopped getting even called people. They got called splicers because they just splice their genes all day and don't really do much else. So the first trick is actually coming up right here, and I'm actually going to safety save because I want to show this off. I want to make sure I get this. Alright, we got it. So if you jump back as you pull the lever, the bathysphere goes down, and now I'm on top of it. And so what this does is it allows you to see more of the level, because in a second there's a screen that's supposed to pop up in front of where you are. But since we're on top of the bathysphere, we don't have to see that screen. And also at the end of the level, it actually saves about 3 seconds because you enter the loading zone faster. But yeah, you just get to see more of BioShock around here. More of Rapture. But yeah, so Adam caused everyone to go insane. Andrew Ryan's explaining why he built Rapture right now. But yeah, there's a lot of cutscene at the beginning of this, and then at the end of this section with this cutscene, we pretty much have no more cutscenes. We skip everything. It's great. But yeah, you get to see some extra stuff, including these models just frozen because you're not supposed to see them yet.
Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose.
And there he goes. So yeah, Rapture, a great city. Should be also noted, this game typically looks nicer than this. I'm running on absolute garbage settings, like the lowest you can possibly get, because for some tricks you need really high FPS, like 300, 350 FPS. So yeah, I'm doing that. So that right there is a Big Daddy. He's kind of one of the protectors of the city, the security. In fact, that guy's called a bouncer. Yes, I think that's a bouncer. Oh, no, that's a Rosie. I've actually never noticed that that's a Rosie before. So here's a whale. He's a nice guy. He doesn't have a name, so if anyone wants to name the whale. He also, as soon as you pass him, he just gets frozen. Poor guy. He's just stuck in the city. But yeah, so coming into Rapture now. Finally entering the city. George, I like it. I like George. But yeah, normally you'd have to wait for the bathysphere to raise you up into the loading zone, but since we're on top of the bathysphere... The whale is called Dave. Did someone name the whale? I should mention I'm coming out of retirement for this run. I haven't run this game seriously in a very long time. But yeah, BSG went online, so came out of retirement for you guys. And this cutscene's not the most PG-13 thing. This guy's name's Johnny, and he has a gun, but he just allows himself to get ripped apart. So let's just... I'm sorry, Johnny. Oh, also a bit of a flashing light warning for this next part. Oh, it sounds bad. Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's rough. So I should also take this time to explain the first big skip here. So normally when you grab your first plasmid electro bolt, there's like a 2-minute long cutscene that plays. But if you pause and grab the plasmid on the same frame, you can actually pause and pick up plasmid at the same time. And if you save and reload the game, you can actually skip this cutscene with some pretty hilarious effects. It is a glitch that I found myself about 6 years ago now. Oh, I'm old. And yeah, it's pretty much agreed to be the worst skip in the entire game, even though it saves 2 minutes, and you'll see why. So this guy's Atlas. He's our best friend. He's just an altruistic Irish fellow who wants to help us and has absolutely no ulterior motives whatsoever. Alright, we get to finally play the game. So yeah, we get our first sort of view of a splicer here. There's also an invisible wall here we can jump over. It saves no time, but it just lets us kind of get over here. We have to wait for him to chase off the splicer no matter what.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer, seal Johnny in before they...
Grab the famous BioShock wrench. If you jump over the left side of that couch, for some reason this guy comes over to you. Don't know why. Alright, so here we go. Gonna do the first major skip. Quick save. New save. There you go. And you can see we got the plasmid there. And then we're going to jump away. So right now the game is trying to pull me... Come on now. The game is trying to pull me back in front of that machine to start the cutscene. Constantly. So the only way to counteract that is to jump. So you have to bunny hop through the entire level while the game is pulling you back to a specific spot in the level. It's pretty great. And yeah, like I said, pretty universally agreed to be the worst part of the run. And it's my only contribution to speedrunning in the 6 years I've been doing it. So I peaked early, we'll say. Oh my god, I need the stuff on you. So also stuff on the ground really likes to bump you and make it really hard to jump. Oh, please die. Okay. Oh, yeah, see, his wrench that he just dropped knocked me back. Like, the hit detection is jank. And then, so this part, we actually need this splicer behind us to help us get into this elevator. Oh, he's actually really nice. Alright, it's time to play Who's That Pokemon? See if you can guess what Pokemon I'm drawing on the floor. Sometimes it just kind of looks a bit like abstract art instead of a Pokemon, but, you know, like now, that's... We'll say Tangela, because it's a mess. So yeah, you can see the black bars on the screen. It just ended. That was basically how long the cutscene was. That's how long it would have been playing. And we're already way out here. Come on now. Come on. Alright. But yeah, I typically try to draw a Pokemon on the floor. I had one the other day that looked exactly like Porygon. It was perfect. So here, there's another cutscene that plays that we're gonna skip by saving and reloading. Although this one's actually not really a cutscene, it's just sort of a barrier. So this is where you get introduced to the little sisters. They are little girls that were kidnapped from the surface and brought to Rapture because dead bodies have Adam in them, and Adam is useful. So they go around harvesting Adam from dead bodies, and the big daddies protect them. There's a little sister. Usually you can't break that lock, but by saving and reloading, the game kind of gets confused. How did you not get electrobolted, madam? Okay, it's fine. So yeah, also, oh really? Come back here, please. So yeah, it also makes aiming really lovely because also it like really messes with your mouse. Like I'm not moving my mouse right now and it's just drifting to the left. So yeah, this skip is just awesome. Okay, let's just, come on now. He's supposed to be Irish, but I'm pretty sure the voice actor's not Irish, because it's not the best accent, but I like him still. So you use Electro Bolt on this door because there's a cutscene in that room. If you were to just walk towards the door would shut. You'd be locked in there for like a minute while Andrew Ryan threatens you. Yeah, the jumping is really tedious, but it does save a lot of time. The cutscene is very long. And yeah, it's done now, luckily. You don't have to do it the entire run. So this puzzle is always the same if you start the game from Windows every time, so every attempt you reload the game. It's great. But yeah, so medical can be quite an annoying stage. The splicers tend to get in your way. This game is supposed to be like you hit a bunch of dead ends on your way through, and you kind of learn, oh, I need this, and you go get it. But I already know what I need, so I'm just going to go get it. Using Electro Bolt on the door, it activated the load zone. So it basically used the door as if I walked up to it and hit E. Which is actually like an intended thing. You're supposed to be allowed to do that. Which is cool. But yeah, we're going to pick up another plasmid here, incinerate. We're going to shoot fire out of our hands. Okay, let's get out of there. So yeah, the splicers in this level love to get in your way. Like this girl's gonna... Okay, she left. Oh god, there's so many of them. Okay. Hit this guy. Okay, so we're gonna pick up an audio diary, which is like the most important item in the entire game, really. And I'll explain why when we get to it. And then now we pick up the most powerful plasmid, telekinesis. Lets us carry stuff around, but also if you throw something at someone, it's a one-shot kill pretty much always. Also, the ragdoll physics are kind of hilarious. But yeah, you can see I threw a body at someone and they just keeled over dead immediately. Ow! Miss, can you not? Thank you. Okay, so this is what we need high FPS for. If you have really high FPS and you use telekinesis, the collision detection doesn't really like it. I'm gonna safety save just in case. Yeah. Whoops, I missed the grab. So the whole point is to skip activating that. That's called a Vita Chamber. And when you die in this game, you don't like lose progress and load the game. It just revives you at the closest Vita Chamber. And so by skipping that Vita Chamber, we're going to get spawned at a different place when we die. And that's kind of the whole point of that. which is also why I'm damaging myself with Incinerate. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit this guy. Oh, I just missed. Okay, so if you hit that guy with the shotgun shells there, he opens these doors immediately instead of having to wait for this cutscene that we're just waiting for. Come on, Steinman, shoot me. Okay. So this is supposed to be like a boss fight. He's dead. Where did he go? Oh my god, I need something off of you. So yeah, like telekinesis just ridiculously overpowered. Really don't need like anything else. So yeah, now we get revived at this one instead of the one we skipped, and that saves just like a bunch of walking and also skips a cutscene. You skip a cutscene where you sort of learn about saving the little sisters and all this stuff, and it introduces Tenenbaum, who's a really cool character, but yeah, we just go over here, and then we die in that corner because the Vita Chambers work by, you know, it sees where you died and respawns you at the nearest one, and if you squeeze yourself into that corner, the nearest one is at the beginning of the level, which is where we need to go. Oh god, she's in the way. Thank you. Alright, on to Neptune's. So, Neptune's is a cool level. This is the first place we're going to see a diary skip. And what that is if there's a radio message playing and you play a diary message over top of it, it will cut off that radio message and the game will treat it as if it was completed. So if there's a dialogue that needs to complete before a quest will trigger or a door will open, play a diary message and it will trigger that event immediately. Whoops, I need to reload this. Oh, okay, well, let's just shoot him then. No, I need to reload. Okay, okay, come on. Alright, so we kill the Big Daddy so that we can rescue the little sister. Mostly, we don't need to kill Big Daddies. Normally you get Atom off of them, and that's used to buy power-ups and stuff. We don't need any of that. But what it allows us to do is, normally you get stuck in this room and you have to fight a splicer and talk to Peach, but yeah, for some reason rescuing that little sister lets you just hit the splicer, the invisible splicer in the ceiling, and just move on immediately. Not really sure why that works. Nope, I need a barrel. Nope, I need a barrel. Oh god, okay, we're not doing the fling, I guess. Oh yeah, we still can. Okay. One of them didn't explode. Why is Peach not talking? There we go. Okay. So yeah, these high FPS tricks where you fly up using the collision detection, that's called a fling. The one I just did got me past a locked door and skipped a bit of walking. So yeah, these cameras around, if they see you, they set off like a security alert that sends security bots after you. They don't really matter. There's one part of the run where it can matter, but yeah, typically it's fine. So we're going to grab a research camera and try to do something called picture skip. That might have been a little too slow, but we'll see. So yeah, if you grab that camera and then take a picture really fast, and then take another picture, you can trick the game into thinking you took two pictures off the same splicer. Normally you have to go through and take 3 pictures. Hey, picture skip worked. Alright, cool. So yeah, you're supposed to take 3 pictures of these splicers. You're supposed to also not know that they're right there at the beginning when you open those doors, and you're supposed to have to like chase them through those areas, but yeah, it's when you know they're right there, you just take a picture and leave. And then we're also gonna, again, mash ourselves into a corner to spawn at a specific Vita chamber. Grab a grenade launcher. Okay, so here's the first diary skip. So yeah, we just skipped the dialogue to get through this door earlier. And you're supposed to give up all your weapons, but if you give up your weapons and then pick up the grenade launcher, you get to keep it.
That's the price you're gonna have to pay it. We can't very well take your plasmids away now, can he?
So yeah, we just wait here. So we skip that because he doesn't actually spawn until that radio message is over. And then we stand in a specific spot to make him spawn in a certain place. Use telekinesis to make boss fights a joke. Kill this guy. And get our weapons back. The funny thing is, too, it gives us a shotgun. I didn't pick up a shotgun. But the game just assumes you have one by now, and so gives you one. And then we picked up a weapon upgrade there. Increased the damage of our grenade launcher. Because we're going to need it soon. And that is Neptune's. Excuse me, some plot is going to get on my screen for a second. Gross. Alright, it's fine. Moving on. So this ramp, for some reason, when you have really high FPS, the collision detection just kind of goes mad. And it's really hard to get up, but there you go. Okay, so at this point you're supposed to hit a switch and get locked in this room for like a minute while splicers come and attack Atlas. But we're just gonna... Yeah, just get out of there. Normally that door locks behind you, but if you just walk backwards and hit it at the same time, you're good. And then Atlas's family is supposedly waiting in the sub, and oops, I killed them. Sorry, Atlas. There he is, by the way. You're really never supposed to see him. You're supposed to be locked up there. I'm joking, by the way. The sub is just scripted to explode. And then do a diary skip here, because if there's a radio message playing when you hit a door like that, the next level won't load until it's all done. So if you just hit a radio, play the diary, skips the audio, loads the next level right away. So what I did there is I actually just went and hit the door to load the previous level, but all that does is open the door quicker. Doesn't actually load the previous level. Because again, there's radio messages playing, so just, you know, the level's not going to load. And even if you are really slow and all the radio messages finish, for some reason in this level, the next level still just doesn't load. I don't really know why. But, alright, we're going to take some pictures. So with this camera, if you take enough pictures of splicers, you get, like, bonuses. And if you take them of these thuggish splicers, which are the melee splicers, you get Sport Boost, which makes you walk slightly faster. So that's nice for a speedrun, walking faster. Then we're going to grab our box of potatoes. Walk around here. So these splicers can be kind of annoying sometimes. We're just going to walk through. So coming up here, I'm going to be staring at the ground because there's a trigger that if I look at, locks a door, and it's like, even with an optimized route, it's 10 minutes. So we're just going to not do that. Hello? Box? Can you get your collision back, please? Hello? Nope. Nope. Come here. Nope. Nope. This box, man. No, come here. This box is like my mortal enemy. I hate it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we fling over the trigger, still not looking at it, still not looking at it. And now we'll look at it. There we go. I just killed all the trees, got rid of all the oxygen and rapture. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then we're just gonna leave like nothing happened. That box, just like You need it to be flat instead of on its side, and it doesn't like to sit still, and then when it gets its collision back, it likes to fly away. It's annoying. So Fort Frolic is actually my favorite level, and we see none of it. It's really sad, because Fort Frolic's amazing. Sandra Cohen is my favorite character, and we don't even get to talk to him at all. It's really upsetting. But yeah, this sub goes away. But we have the power of flings, so we're just going to do that.
All the oxygen comes from the trees. No trees, no oxygen.
Okay. But the lever that you need to pull to go to the next level is still here. Okay, come on. There we go. And so if you can just find it and pull it, you get to go to the next level. So that's Fort Frolic. Again, just so sad that we skipped that whole level. It's such a good level. But yeah, now we do Hephaestus, which is the coolest level in the speedrun, in my opinion, because we actually kind of have to play it, but it's still broken.
Atlas Ryan. Atlas Ryan.
So you can also hear Sandra Cohen's actually talking right now. So the game, if you skip through large portions of the game, gets confused and dialogue kind of queues up waiting to be played. And so dialogue just plays in completely the wrong places, which is kind of funny. So yeah, so there we go. Now this is the audio that's supposed to play at the beginning of this level.
Genetic key to rapture. We get that from him.
Okay, so there we did kind of the opposite of a diary skip, where we played a quest diary that has to play for you to advance. We played it, and then immediately played a radio message over it to skip it, which the game treats as if the entire diary was played, so this door started to open. Come on now, there we go. And then just telekinesis these people out of the way. Put some fire behind us so the splicer's following us. Leave me alone. Pull out the grenade. So this is why we got the grenade upgrade, because now it only takes 4 grenades to kill a Big Daddy. And you can see me switching between plasmids and weapons. That just sort of skips the... Okay, okay. Why don't you just make me a liar then, Big Daddy? Jeez. So we need to kill them for a quest. But yeah, you see me switching to my plasmids. That's because every time you shoot a weapon, there's a little kind of animation. Oh my god, he killed me. I will remember this, Big Daddy. You're mine now. So yeah, anyways, there's an animation whenever you shoot a weapon, and by switching to your plasmids and back to weapons, it skips that animation. So it's just much faster. Yeah, that's right. I got you. Okay, so auto hack. So yeah, and then they actually don't have the quest item on them yet, so we just have to kill them and put them in places where they're accessible. So yeah, again, we play the quest diary, skip the skip it, and it triggers the quest. So, okay, Splicer, out of my way, please. So now we're just going through, picking up all the quest items. We're trying to blow up. We're trying to create an EMP bomb to blow up like some thermal core, and I don't know. It's all sciencey and complicated. What, did I swear or did the game swear? If I swore, I'm very sorry. I don't think I did. Okay, so we got all the quest items. We're gonna get this EMP bomb. Oh, someone in chat did. Okay. So yeah, we die again. Again, it's just dying over and over because that Vita Chamber's in the perfect spot, and we just grab it, and then we're gonna grab this. Do another fling. This one I suck at, so let's do a safety save. Wow, just completely missed, huh? Oh, the game loves to lag, too. There we go. So yeah, we just jump through the thing that we're supposed to put the EMP on. That skips a whole, like, fight that we have to do, like, going down some elevators and stuff. So long, but you just jump through the middle because it's got no hitbox, put the EMP where it's supposed to go, and just move on with your life. So yeah, as you can see... Okay, thanks for closing the door in my face. So, yeah, flings really break this game, but interestingly enough, even without flings, every skip that I'm doing is possible, except for the next one coming up. The only one that's fling exclusive. Let's not die again, shall we? Hide behind this thing so they don't hurt me too much. Okay, they're hurting me anyways. Let's just... And again, playing a diary message to load the game. Yeah, I do set myself on fire a lot. The quickest way to death warp. Okay, so I'm going to exploit the fact that if a radio message is playing, levels don't load. Whoops, nope, come on. There we go. So I escaped the bulkhead, and now the game is constantly trying to load Hephaestus, which I'm going to use to my advantage here. Nope, I need to jump up on this. Come on. No, come on now. This is such an annoying jump. The hitboxes and the hit detection is just janky. There we go. Okay.
Does your master hear me? Atlas? You can kill me, but you will never have my city. My strength is not in... What? Ryan set the core to self-destruct.
Okay, so there, this door's locked until a bunch of dialogue, but I played a diary message to skip to the last radio message, and then played a radio message to skip that. Door opens, and then now we trigger the cutscene, which cuts off all of the dialogue and loads Hephaestus. So normally what happens is a door opens, but door locks behind you, and you're kind of stuck watching a big long cutscene. But now we've escaped that. Hephaestus loads again, and we go back to Rapture Central Control. Yeah, this cutscene's like 4 minutes, so loading a previous level and coming back seems like it might be slow, but it's really, really not. It's way faster than watching the cutscene. I am low on health kits. We'll be fine. So I grab this napalm. There is one cutscene coming up that we can't skip, so make sure to pay attention. But put this napalm down. Okay, no, not like that. The orientation of the item actually affects how good your fling is, so... Alright, there we go. So here, normally you get stuck in place, but we save and reload the game. Rapture. There we go. Leave. So yeah, now we just walk around, and actually Andrew Ryan's doing the cutscene right now. So here's the one we can't skip, so yeah, pay attention. So, this game, the cutscenes are just stored as video files. So, I edited together a little video of our favorite meme, M3, just being himself, and put that into the game's files. So,
All I care about is why is this one born strong and that one weak?
So yeah, you can kind of just put whatever you want there. And it's nice because that's like the one cutscene it forces us to watch, so...
Welcome back, child. Welcome to the city where you were born.
Why not is the question. Why not?
Now you know the truth. You are his tool, brought back to Rapture to save him. You have saved him.
No, this one. So yeah, just skipping more plot here. So what you're supposed to have found out there through the cutscenes is that you were actually brainwashed, and anytime someone says the word "would you kindly," you have to obey what they say. And also, Atlas is not our friend. He's actually a crime boss called Frank Fontaine who just tricked us into giving him the city and killing Andrew Ryan. We skipped all that. Sorry. But now we're going on a quest to relieve ourselves of brainwash, and now we're going to try to do bear skip, the most important skip in the run, and I got it. So this is super important, obviously. It's called bear skip because you use the bear and skip nothing. So there you go. Did you use Onerous? Nice, yeah. It's a relatively common thing in in PC games. They just store the cutscenes as video files, so you can mess around with it. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Luckily, the game autosaves, but we do have to go through the plot stuff. I accidentally hit the quick load button, so that's unfortunate.
Welcome back, child. Welcome to the city where you
It's okay though. We'll be okay. It's fine. Just loses like a minute. It's fine.
You are his tool, brought back to Rapture to save him.
Also, I don't think it would be a BioShock run without accidentally hitting quick load.
Many of my At the German prison camp, they put me to work.
Whoops! Alright, well,
Some other prisoners.
run invalidated, yeah.
Call me das Wunderkind.
We get to do bear skip again, hopefully.
Germans. All they can talk about is blue eyes and the shape of forehead.
Also, hopefully this this box still has a med kit in it, because I was really happy about that. Nope, it doesn't. Cool.
This one's smart, that one's stupid.
Hey, we got bear skip again.
That killing. You'd
This little girl is different.
interested in something.
She has different hair.
Who's he? He's here to help us.
Don't hit quick load again. My god. Technically, that wouldn't really invalidate the run, but makes it pretty slow.
With Tenenbaum, huh, kid? She's a regular mother goose. Alright, fun's fun, kid. But now, go get stepped on by a big daddy. Would you kindly?
Okay, so yeah, at this point you're finding out Tenenbaum broke some of the mind control. Would you kindly no longer works on us. But we're going to exploit this radio message delay thing again. Get out of here. And we're going to play a very long radio message. So now the game is constantly trying to load Apollo Square. And what you're supposed to do is go and get this stuff called Lot 192 that helps break the brainwashing even more. And then walk all the way back there. But by using the radio messages to delay the level load, we can just do the level and then sort of warp back there. So the thing is, we have to play a quest diary to trigger an event, and if you play a diary, the level will load, so you have to play another radio message over top of it in the menu without leaving the menu. Like that. Alright.
I knew there was something to that. Always secret when we
And then now there should be enough radio messages queued up to last us to the end.
near Apollo Square. I once stole a dose and brought it back to my flat on the second floor.
You know, clicking things is hard sometimes.
I never knew what Lot 192 was for, but if Suchang was doing something in secret, on this I keep my eye.
But yeah, so you see there the goal popped up. So fun fact, if you don't do the animation cancel there, that camera sees you and you get stuck in that room for a minute. Because there's like no way to avoid,
Save one life is to save the world.
really no way to avoid the camera seeing you and going fast.
But it is you who are the
Come on now. Click things. Oh my god, click the right things. There we go. So yeah, we pick up the quest item, play a diary message, trigger the level load, off to Apollo Square. Where I am severely low on medkits, but we'll survive. It'll be fine. I think we'll survive. So yeah, what Lot 192 did is mess with our plasmids, so it gives us quote-unquote random plasmids, but it's actually scripted which ones you get. It just so happens that the plasmids we get are actually useful, which is lucky. But, you know, hey, look, if we die, we'll take the elevator. It'll be fine. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's fine. You'll see. So yeah, we use this to be able to just freeze that enemy and that turret so they don't hurt us. And then the next one we switch to is going to be target dummy, which lets us distract the camera so it doesn't see us and actually treats it like the enemies triggered it, so the enemies are distracted. And then also, if you use it on a door, the door opens before you get there, which is very nice of it. Saves a little bit of time. Grab the Lot 192. Come over here. We're actually invulnerable for a little bit. Oh, I also forgot to mention, when you get down to 1 HP, you actually have invulnerability frames for a few seconds. So that's sometimes why you see the health just stuck at 1 HP for a little while. Ooh, this person had a med kit on him. Alright, now we're definitely going to survive. That's also why it's usually a good idea to just loot everything you're grabbing. Okay, so we'll just kill these guys. And then we'll heal up. Jump in this broken elevator. Come down here, and we had just enough medkits. Look at that. Alright. So yeah, that just skips having to call the elevator and riding it down. Saves a good amount of time. So, Point Prometheus has a trick called Last Chance Kid, which you'll see why. That is a one-shot trick, so I'm definitely going to be making a safety save there. So here's Fontaine. So what's going to happen is there's two triggers. There's one that's on the floor, and there's one that's a look-based trigger. So what happens is you hit the one on the floor, and it forces you into a certain spot, and it forces you to look at the look-based trigger, and you're stuck there for a second. Okay, Tenenbaum, you don't need to glitch out like that. It's fine. But if you trigger them sort of in reverse order, hit the look trigger first and then the ground trigger, the game gets all kinds of confused and you can just keep walking. And that allows us to skip this entire level. Normally a door closes just before you can get to it. Oh god, I'm not reloaded. There we go. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is come over here, and we'll make a safety save. Okay, and when the screen shakes, that means you got it, so I got it first try, and you get through that door. So normally that level is supposed to be you go around for 10 minutes becoming a Big Daddy. But we just skipped that, and it's great. And now we move on, and you're going to see the game just assumes we're a Big Daddy now, so it's going to put a helmet on us. And so now we get the lovely escort mission. It's quite long and kind of annoying. So I waited there for her to run because the little sisters can either walk, which is incredibly slow, or run, which is nice and fast. And there's all sorts of ways to manipulate them to go fast. So there I waited for her to run and then ran directly to this door, which not only makes her run here, but after she opens the door, she'll run to the next door. And then generally you don't want to get too far ahead of her, but you do want to stay ahead of her, so she keeps running, and it's a whole thing. Also, a Big Daddy's about to die. Rip. Sorry. This thing's gonna drop on it, but we actually don't get to see it because it kind of happens after the door opens. So yeah, Shia has these checkpoints she has to hit, and you can't be too far away from her at the checkpoints. Hey, health kits, look at that. Come on, alright. Whoops. So yeah, Fontaine's making fun of us a little bit here. But, we'll get the last laugh, don't worry. So yeah, playing a diary message there because these splicers don't spawn until she's done talking, and the little sister doesn't move on until you kill all the splicers. And what's happening here is basically this is supposed to be the training area for the little sisters, where the little sisters and Big Daddies go through to prove that they're ready to go into like the real rapture and all that. It's a bit of a thing. So there's always 6 splicers you have to kill, and the last one's always a spider splicer, which is the ones that crawl around on the ceiling, like that. Okay, nice. I can't aim. Okay, kill the guy, please. Thank you. Oh, come on. So yeah, I'm just putting the right ammo into guns because I need specific ammo. You can see, too, this level, like, is supposed to be this whole gauntlet where you have to try to survive and protect the little sister, but telekinesis just makes it trivial. Really? I was, like, so far over here and you still spawned on this side? Okay. Oh god, they're just spawning in all the wrong places. Little sister, you're supposed to be harvesting Adam off of a body? What are you doing? She's just facing the complete wrong way. Okay. Interesting. You know? Games, sometimes they just they don't like you doing things. So the trick here to get her to run is to go in front of her, but the game doesn't really like it and sort of wants to stop you but can't really. And yeah, just hiding in this corner. If you get hit by stuff, she gets scared and runs to you until you get rid of the threat. So you want to try to avoid getting hit by things like these splicers. No, I missed. Please don't get scared, little girl. Oh, she got scared. Oh, and she's not dying. Please. Okay. So yeah, that loses time, obviously, because she stopped running for a while to come over to me. And we're just waiting for her. Let's just get rid of this guy. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of the turret. Can we get rid of the turret, please? Thank you. Where is she? There she. Nope. Where is she? Oh, she's telling me to hurry when she's being slow. That's also the great thing. Sometimes little sisters just stop and then they tell you that you're going slow. It's real insulting. Okay, come on now. Okay, come on now. Aim. Should be one more. Where are you? Where did you spawn? Oh, you spawned behind me. Okay. Where are you, mister? Okay, it's okay. We got a little lost there. It's fine. So this dead body over here, it's not a dead body. Oh, and it's continuing to not be a dead body. Come on now. There we go. Please say you're not running to me. Okay, she's not. Alright, so this is the best Big Daddy kill in the game. The Kool-Aid Man comes through the wall here. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Good night.
Better for the girls to be with you.
So yeah, trap bolts are fun.
Alone in the crawling darkness.
But yeah, so that is the end of the escort mission. All we have now is the final boss fight. Almost to the end already. Just grab all the things. Make sure everything has ammo in it. Alright, we're good. We're good. This little sister likes to make a big fuss about getting into this vent. She falls down like 3 times. And you have to wait because she gives you the harvesting needle.
There will be no going back from here. Make sure.
And then up to Fontaine we go. So this fight's pretty easy. We're going to put 3 proximity mines right where he lands, which takes off all of his health. And rinse and repeat, and then the last phase we hit him with a bunch of crossbow bolts and he's dead. It's real easy. And time comes up on the last needle hit, which is the 4th one.
But you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son. And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
See, there's Fontaine. He's a roided up giant splicer now. So there's needle number 1. He's going to drop right on the proximity mines and die. Hit him again. Should fall on them again. Nope. And time. That is it. That is BioShock. Awesome game that we skip almost all of. Yeah, Fontaine's just gonna be annoyed at you for a bit, but yeah, that's it. I was super happy to show it off. Run went pretty well actually, except for the accidental quick load that lost like a minute, but you know, this stuff happens. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say, and I know we're a bit behind in the schedule, so yeah, I'll just say goodbye and thanks for having me.
Alright, thank you Smurfy for that fun BioShock run. Up next we got Hop Cannon now with Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back after a quick ad break, so stay tuned and be right back.